And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is the boy FlyIsland guy. Today we are back in the Kodiak 100 in we're in Rimouski, Quebec, and we're going to be taking a quick hop over to another part of Quebec called Alma, Quebec. Now, I'm really trying to get out of the eastern side of Canada and start making my way west, but we unfortunately have been in two massive provinces, one being New Brunswick, another one being Quebec, and both are going to take a couple trips to get out of. Today, our flying time is going to be roughly about 1 hour. It's not too long a flight. Cruising altitude will be 10,000 feet. As you can see, absolutely snow covered here in Rimouski. Fun fact, I've tried to do this flight about 4 times already. Every single time I end up opening this little window here mid-flight and overstressing the aircraft. So I'm gonna attempt this one more time. I'm actually switching to a different monitor. It's only when I'm trying to like move my mouse away, somehow I end up triggering that window. I don't know why. So I've actually switched monitors, so I have to go from left to right to get out, and that should avoid me hitting that stupid window by mistake. So I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. Before we leave, in terms of weather, we have pretty clear skies all the way over to Alma. Nothing in the picture at all in terms of precipitation. At the time of this flight, we are now in mid-April, so not really expecting too much bad weather. It's still around though, so we do have to be a little careful, but things aren't too bad. Alright, so let's get out of here. Actually, I have no idea where the let's see. I have no idea where the taxiway is to actually get us onto the runway. Let's see. We might be on it actually. Let's see. Which is very difficult to see. There's so much snow everywhere. And this monitor that I'm using is pretty weird color-wise, so having a hard time actually seeing where I'm going. But I think we are on the right track. Kind of using the artificial scenery as well. I don't remember what that's called. Synthetic vision, so I can see where we're going. Alright, here we are lined up on runway 07. Alright. We're gonna go fuel condition level to high idle. Strobes and landing lights are on. Temperature is a brisk 0 degrees C. Heater heat can come on as well. Let's get all our ignition switches off. They should have been off all this time. And I think we are good to go, folks. Alright. Already set our trim, set our rudder trim as well. Elevator trim's already set. Alright, good to go, folks. Flaps are set as well. Did that before we left. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright. Takeoff power set. Rotates.
Airborne time log.
That was a bit of a rough takeoff, mainly because I couldn't see where I was going. But we are picking up airspeed nicely. Just gonna trim up a little bit for climb. Alright. Once we reach 1,000 feet, I'm going to go ahead and activate the autopilot. Heading, going to set this guy. Well, crossed over 1,000 feet. Heading here, we'll do flight level change as well. And we are good to go, folks. So let's turn back towards our flight plan. So we actually don't have a complicated flight plan today. Really simple. Just a direct flight all the way to Rimouski. Sorry, all the way to Alma. And that's Rimouski off to our left. And pretty much just non-stop snow over here. As I said, I've tried to attempt this flight numerous amount of times, and the weather's pretty much always been the same here. Snow covered, cold. Has not changed at all. So we're just gonna be heading over the St. Lawrence River. Crossing over to the other side. As you can see, there's lots of ice. So all this is ice right here. Small island off to our left here. More ice around here as well. It's very cold. Let's take a look at the weather for Alma. Let's see, it's looking pretty clear there as well, but temperatures are pretty low. Looking at winds out of 300 at 7 knots, gusting to 13. Temperatures minus 4 degrees C. Looks like we have mostly clear skies, but still gotta be a little careful, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna enjoy this climb out though. Beautiful clear skies here leaving Rimouski. And just gonna dial back our RPMs, set that for climb. So always looking for 2,000 RPM, just so we don't overstress the engine. Alright, 2000 RPM is set. So this is our top of descent here. Sorry, top of descent is right here. Probably going to be maybe 20 nautical miles or so from our initial approach fix, which is Nagpi. And then we're going to just make that left turn and go in straight for landing. So turning on to the flight plan now, which is good. Alright. So by the time you guys see this, probably would have mentioned to you guys already that I had picked up COVID. Of course, at some point we're all going to get exposed to COVID. If you haven't gotten it already, you are going to get it. But my experience overall was pretty mild, which is good. So don't really have too much complaints. Recovered fairly quickly, but I still have some lingering mucus or whatever that needs to come out. So, but I feel good. I'm glad that's it's a pretty painless experience. Now we have that good, clean, natural immunity that should last for a little while. So don't have to worry about getting COVID for a little bit again. All right. So let's talk about Alma, Quebec real quick. And if I remember, from the few times I've tried to do this, there was not too much information on Alma. Oh man. Let's see. Trying to get some different views here. So, still climbing up to 10,000 feet. But, just enjoy the view out the window, I guess. Alright, now we'll go back up to the cockpit. Not really much to see out there, over there. Alright, so Alma is located on the southeast coast of Lac Saint-Jean, where it flows into the Saguenay River. The Saguenay River region of Quebec, Canada, approximately 175 kilometers north of Quebec City. Alma is the seat of Lac Saint-Jean-et, or East St. John Lake Regional County Municipality, and Alma is the second city in population in the Saguenay-Lac Saint-Jean region, after the city of Saguenay. So the present town of Alma was formed in 1962 with the merging of four villages: Ile-Maline, Notville, or Notville, Riverbend, and Saint-Joseph-d'Alma, the oldest of the villages. So Saint-Joseph-d'Alma was founded in 1867 by Dames Boulanger, and the area became an important industrial center in the 1920s and 1930s with the construction of a hydroelectrical power station on the Grand Décharge River, a paper mill, and an aluminum smelting plant, all of which are still in activity today. In 2002, Alma merged with the municipality of Delisle, and both modern-day Alma and Saint-Joseph-d'Alma are named after the Battle of the Alma. So the most recent population survey shows population of Alma to be about 30,915. It's been steadily increasing since the early 2000s. In terms of the languages that people speak there, surprise, surprise, 98.5% of the people living in Alma speak French. Well, it's not a surprise because Quebec is a French-speaking province. English is their first language. So sorry, that's French as their first language. So not to say that they don't speak anything else. It's just the first language is French, 98.5%. For 0.5%, the first language is English. And then an even smaller percent have English and French as their first language. I guess they speak them equally well. And then 0.9% is other languages. So in terms of the population, so 97.7% population is considered white. Then in terms of the visible minority groups, out of the remaining 3%, the majority is Southeast Asian, followed by Chinese, Black. But this is still like a very, very small percentage of the population. So in terms of transportation, Alma is serviced by the Alma Airport, which is where we are heading now. Alma Airport is located 2.2 nautical miles south of Alma. It mainly offers private flights, but it also has storage for private jets. Other services provided by Alma Airport are refueling of Jet A type services, charter services of helicopters and helicopter maintenance, service of refueling of 100 LL type by Aviatech products, air ambulance of Quebec government services, road maintenance. There's also free parking next to the airport and private terminals. So the companies that operate in and from Alma Airport are UAS CE, Panorama Helicopters, Aviatech Products, and Horizon Parachute. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Alma. Not much to talk about here, but that's where we're going to be heading. As you can see, we are about to complete crossing the St. Lawrence River. Just down here, and we're going to head towards I think that's Lac Saint Jean, or what's it called? Lac Saint Jean, right here. And I think this is the Saguenay River that kind of flows out to the St. Lawrence River. So yeah, we'll be landing there soon. As I said, this isn't a long flight, so when I come back, hopefully, if I come back, because I haven't these last few times, we'll have started our descent, and we should be landing soon in Alma. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit, and I will talk to you guys then. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've started our descent into Alma. We're at 4,000 feet, descending to 2,100 feet as we get close to our initial approach fix of Magby. So let's just talk about our approach real quick. And I may have to step away for a second because I am waiting for some food. Let's take a quick look at our approach and go from there. So, here in Alma, we're going to be doing the RNAV runway or GNSS runway 31 approach. As I mentioned before, we're heading towards Magby here, and it's going to be doing 2,100 feet. Once we get there, just simply going to be heading to Euclid and then making the right base onto final, heading towards Segni, where we should be capturing the glide path and descending towards runway 31. Our decision height or decision altitude is about 700 feet, which you already have plugged in. But things are really clear outside today, so there should be no issues landing at all. This is pretty much the closest I've gotten to landing so far. Just because it's been crazy, man. Like, something about that little window right there, always end up hitting it by mistake. And even though I don't think that should overstress the aircraft, for some reason it does. Even if I'm close to the ground. So what I will do though is switch on our windshield anti-ice. I'm starting to see some ice forming. It's negative 2 degrees here. Our initial weather report said -4, so that makes sense. Looks like the ice is going away though, which is good. So we're getting down to 2100. I'm going to start to slow down a little bit. So I'm actually doing about 150 knots. Once we kind of reach the white tape, I'm going to get the first notch of flaps out. Alright, first notch flap is out. We should be seeing the runway off to our right somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is. I'll be right back. Just have to step away for a sec. Okay, so my apologies, step away for a sec there. Should be starting the right turn soon. I'm still just trying to keep an eye out for the runway. Getting a little bit of turbulence. That's cool. Kind of really enjoy how this plane flies, man. It just feels just really realistic. Still feel like I have to be careful as I set the plane down. Just because it just feels so slippery when you're coming in. Okay, starting the right turn. Just bringing down our flaps even more. So we're at 20 degrees now. Should be heading straight towards the runway now. Once we finish this turn. But I still don't see it. I still don't see it. Not sure where it is. It's okay though. Segni is the next waypoint coming up. That's where we should be intercepting the glide path. So I'm gonna turn on approach mode. Yeah, I honestly can't see the runway. But it should be right in front of us. Just interesting. If anybody sees the runway, please let me know. I have no idea where it is. Alright. Okay, I see it now. Sort of hard to see, but I believe that's it. Right there. But yeah, we have a pretty strong headwind as well. I think that's why we're getting buffeted around a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is bring up the airport map just so I can see where we're going. It looks like the ramp is at the far end of the runway after we land. So we have a 5,000 foot runway here, so we can either kind of land a little late or just, you know, taxi calmly. It's probably safer to just wait until you're on the ground. Just a partially snow covered runway ahead of us. Plane looks like it's really struggling with that crosswind though. Or that with that headwind. Still at about 25 knots. We should be starting our descent very soon. So the glide path is active now. It's about to be. Okay. So we have started our descent. Alright, we're going to prepare for landing. RPM set to maximum. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. Fuel's good. I think we are good to go, folks. A little too high up. Gonna watch our airspeed. It's got a little fast. Still flaps full. And once I get a little closer, I'll take over. Don't look like we have too many high trees in front of the runway, which is good.
Wind 300 and 14 knots.
Alright, I'm going to take over. Autopilot. Let's turn that off. Aircraft is mine.
500.
We're coming in a little fast, which is a theme for when I land. Gentle.
Landing time log.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alma, Quebec. We landed just about the halfway mark of the runway. So we're gonna go flaps up. Alright. Strobes and landing lights are off. And here we are, just casually coming into the runway. Onto the apron, I mean. Alright, we have a marshal here. Looks like they're directing us in. Good stuff. FD can come off. Beacon can come off. Peter heat, windshield ice, all that good stuff can come off. And
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
we finally successfully finished this flight. And here we are, folks. So thank you so much for watching this flight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This one was a little more chill. Not too much going on here, but the Canadian tour will continue. Hopefully, we'll be kind of moving into Ottawa or Ontario maybe next. We'll see what's happening. Might be another flight in Quebec. Not too sure, but I'm gonna try and get us to move further west. So far, it's been really great. I'm loving this Canada tour so far, and I'm loving flying it in the infamous Kodiak 100. Okay. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos if you see fit. And outside of that, it's your boy FlyIsland guy saying stay safe and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.